There are 60 trillion cells in the human body, 60 followed by 12 zeros. How does this astronomical number of cells operate? Have you ever wondered how cells know when to multiply? Egg and sperm join together, and 6 weeks later, the heart is formed, followed by the formation of eyes, hands, and stomach. Who told them to do it? When older women become pregnant, doctors will extract their amniotic fluid for testing. Why don't they just extract the cells of the fetus? The answer is because the health of the amniotic fluid determines the health of the embryonic cells. In the same way, the health of our cerebrospinal fluid determines the health of our brain cells, while the health of our blood plasma determines the health of our red and white blood cells. 70% of the human body is made up of fluid. Cellular renewal and repair take place in this internal liquid environment that is also known as our internal terrain. Our internal terrain encompasses over 12 kinds of fluids, including our cerebrospinal fluid, blood plasma, saliva, bile, pancreatic juice, gastric juice, amniotic fluid, lymphatic fluid, and so on. As we grow, 24 billion old cells will age and be replaced every day. 24 billion new cells will be replicated every day. How do we ensure that our daily cellular renewal and repair is functioning normally? People need to communicate and they know each other. Similarly, cells must also communicate. Our internal terrain must possess complete and balanced trace elements so as to enable cells to communicate, replicate, and renew. These complete and balanced trace elements are required for transmitting signals and enabling cells to communicate. If there are less than 26 letters in the alphabet, there's no way we can communicate, right? Our internal terrain requires a full spectrum of trace elements, a balanced composition, a crystalloid state, coupled with electromagnetic energy for the right signal transmission. According to Dr. Andre, every day, we must always constantly maintain the state of balance in the internal terrain because our metabolism will affect its dynamic equilibrium. The online encyclopedia on the internet states that France affirms René Kington as a French scientist, biologist, and physiologist. René Kington spent his entire life exploring nature and discovered that the marine plasma from the ocean vortex and our internal terrain are identical and perfectly matched. This led him to harvest and extract this live plasma. During the First World War, he saved many lives. When the French army had insufficient blood plasma for transfusions, he used live plasma for blood plasma transfusions and saved the lives of many soldiers. Normal seawater cannot accomplish this. During the World War, many strange diseases also appeared, and René Kington used live plasma to save countless lives. In 1925, Dr. Jean Jericho started documenting some of the most shocking clinical studies in the medical field for 20 years. A total of 2,000 cases were treated by live plasma. In 1975, the efficacy of live plasma was even featured in Dictionnaire Vital. When René Kington passed away in 1925, about 1 million people from all around the world took to the streets of Paris to attend his funeral. What was even more amazing was that the French government hosted a medical symposium to commemorate the great man René Kington for his 100 years of contribution to humanity. Live plasma has been widely used in many diseases, especially autoimmune diseases such as multiple sclerosis, eczema, and skin allergies. All these diseases are the result of the body attacking the person's own immune system. These problems can be alleviated with the help of live plasma. What is Kington live plasma? It is nutrients that have accumulated for millions of years in nature. René Kington discovered that the ocean is full of many trace minerals. For millions of years, rain has been washing out nutrients from the soil into the ocean. This has made the ocean floor the greatest storehouse for nutrients on Earth. René Kington discovered the sea vortex movement is similar to a blender as it stirs and mixes the nutrients, Millions of years of accumulated trace minerals that are stirred up attract a large number of phytoplankton and zooplankton to breed there, and these secrete a variety of bioavailable elements. The use of satellites enables scientists to hunt for a vortex that reaches to a depth of 30 feet in the ocean, enabling them to harvest millions of years of accumulated nutrients. There are 40,000 species of zooplankton that secrete a variety of trace elements. Many people eat birds' nests. One type of squidlet eats one particular type of food and produces one type of secretion. Yet this one secretion can fetch such a high price. We are fortunate to have 40,000 types of microorganisms secreting over 80 types of bioavailable elements. Kington is not any ordinary seawater and does not contain any living organisms, making it suitable for vegetarians. Through the use of advanced technology, 83 types of elements are extracted. Our body is able to use these 83 types of bioavailable minerals. Although we only need 70 types of trace elements, it contains 83 types of elements, much more than we require. The trace elements in Kington are different from those absorbed by plants from the soil. Minerals on the land are relatively larger and must be broken down by our body. However, the trace elements in Kington live plasma are 50,000 smaller than the minerals on land. It doesn't have to go through the body in order to be digested, but instead can be immediately absorbed. The reason is very simple. The minerals in Kington are crystalloid minerals. Studies confirm that Kington harnesses the energy that promotes communication between cells and helps in the cell renewal process. Amazingly, scientists have also discovered that the composition of Kington perfectly matches the blood plasma and extracellular fluid of humans. So when you take Kington, you are actually supplementing 70 types of trace elements to your blood plasma. Meanwhile, another study discovered that white blood cells can survive in Kington. This product has more than 100 years of history. Previously, it was only made available to medical institutions. This shows that even doctors believe in its therapeutic effects. Elken is the first non-medical institution as well as the first direct selling company to market a product with such proven therapeutic properties. A coincidence enabled Elken to obtain the approval of the Singaporean and Malaysian authorities within 2 years. Kington is produced and bottled using state-of-the-art technologies. It is cold sterilized to eliminate contaminants in the pharmaceutical-grade facility. As the whole process is done without any chemical additives, it is as close to as natural as you can get. There is no heat, UV or radiation involved in producing this 100% pure live plasma. The 83 types of trace elements are in a concentrated form and water is added to form Kington. The packaging is designed to be horizontal as that is the structure of the ocean's natural flow. This helps to maintain the live plasma's vitality and energy. Kington is ISO and GMP certified. If you are pregnant, this product can help optimal fetal development in the fetus, as it is similar to the amniotic fluid. It also supplies nutrition to assist children attain ideal growth and development. People with unhealthy gums can use it as a gargle and swallow it after that. Generally, if our saliva is unhealthy, it can lead to mouth ulcers and other oral problems. If you leave it in your mouth for 3 minutes before swallowing it, it can provide disinfection benefits. For skin health, experts claim it works better than sheep placenta. There is a story circulating about a rich woman in her 30s who lived in the north. She was injected with sheep placenta and as a result, she passed away in her 30s. Why? It is uncertain where the sheep placenta was derived from. It could be that the sheep was given hormone injections. Experts declare that sheep placenta cannot compare to this, as this helps ensure normal DNA replication in our cells. When old cells die and are replaced, new ones will form. There are 24 billion cells, some on the verge of dying and some on the verge of being formed. It is very effective for children's health, especially for fever. There are several cases which display the efficacy of live plasma. In these cases, taking fever medication didn't bring the fever down in the children, but each time the fever dropped after they were given 2 ampoules. How can this be? It is very simple. Kington is not a chemical or drug. It matches our blood plasma and extracellular fluid. That's why there are no side effects. It is also helps in the respiratory system, endocrine system, and gastrointestinal system. It can also help in nervous system problems such as Parkinson's. In one particular case, a person had tremors for a long time due to Parkinson's. The hands shook while eating and reading newspapers, but after finishing 2 boxes, even cooking for the children posed no problem at all. 12 common diseases are related to the deficiencies of trace elements such as arthritis, asthma, and birth defects. Kington can help to effectively regulate our bodies.